I'm Kate Andrews, and here's a look at what was going on this week in the news. And we begin with a happy birthday to Pope Francis. The Pontiff turned 79 on Thursday. Jorge Mario Bergoglio was born December 17, 1936, in Buenos Aires, Argentina, to Italian immigrants. Over the day, His Holiness received birthday messages from news outlets across the globe, including Catholic TV, as well as from Oprah Winfrey, Martin Sheen, and Jimmy Kimmel, who called the Pope Frantastic. He also received a cake from a Mexican journalist before his general audience on Wednesday. In his remarks, Pope Francis focused on forgiveness as a form of mercy. Rome Reports has more from a festive St. Peter's Square.
Pilgrims always show plenty of love for Pope Francis ahead of the general audience. But on the day before his birthday, they seemed especially affectionate. However, the best gift came from the Pope himself. He allowed this mother to get close enough to the Pope-mobile for her son to receive a blessing. During his catechesis, the Pope explained some of the Jubilee of Mercy's most important symbols. One of them is walking through the Holy Door. It symbolizes when Jesus said in the Gospel that he is the door to salvation. Walking through it, the Pope explained, shows a true desire for conversion. But the Pope also included a warning.
State attenti, che non ci siano qualcuno un po' svelto o troppo furbo che vi dica che si deve pagare. No, la salvezza non si paga, la salvezza non si compra. La porta è Gesù, e Gesù è gratis.
The Pope added that another great symbol of the Jubilee is confession, because it allows people to experience divine mercy directly. Further, he highlighted that a clear demonstration that people have converted is when they love and forgive, especially the worst among them.
Quante volte mi sono sentite dire, Padre, non riesco a perdonare. Ma come si può chiedere a Dio di perdonare noi se poi noi non siamo capaci di perdono? E perdonare è una cosa grande pure. Non è facile perdonare perché il nostro cuore è povero e con le sue sole forze non ce la può fare. Se però ci apriamo ad accogliere la misericordia di Dio per noi, a nostra volta diventiamo capaci di perdono.
Despite the winter weather and smaller crowd size during this time of year, the Pope still held his audience in St. Peter's Square, instead of indoors.
In news from around the world, it may be the birthplace of Christmas, but the political climate has dampened the festive spirit in Bethlehem this year. Since October, almost 100 Palestinians and 22 Israelis have been killed in the area. This has led to a decrease in pilgrims, and less pilgrims means less revenue from tourism, which is a large source of Bethlehem's income. In solidarity with the difficult situation, the celebrations will be modest this year, said Bethlehem Mayor Vera Baboon. Rather than shooting off fireworks after the lighting of the Christmas tree, Bethlehem officials asked churches to ring their bells. In news from the Vatican, with just 2 weeks left in 2015, Catholic News Service takes a look back at some of the biggest moments of Pope Francis's year.
When you get into the 70s, that doesn't seem so old. So I'm not sure that he thinks of himself as particularly advanced in age. Look at him. Look at what he did when he was here. It was nonstop. The people around him were getting tired. He was the one going and doing more and more things and visiting more and more people and hugging more and more people who needed to feel the embrace of God's love. He takes time every day to spend quiet time in chapel. And I believe that's the source of that driving energy that seems to be always there.
And finally in the news, by approving a second miracle attributed to the intercession of Blessed Teresa of Calcutta, Pope Francis has paved the way for her canonization. Pope Francis signed the decree for her cause December 17th. The date for the canonization ceremony will be announced during the next consistory of cardinals in February. However, it is rumored the Mass will take place September 4th, the Jubilee of Workers and Volunteers of Mercy. It is also the day before the 19th anniversary of her death. The second miracle that was approved involved the healing of a mechanical engineer in Santos, Brazil. The man had been diagnosed with a viral brain infection that resulted in multiple brain abscesses. He did not respond to treatments and went into a coma. It was when his wife prayed to Blessed Teresa that he was healed. Well, that's going to do it for news. I'm Kate Andrews. You can keep up to date on Catholic news throughout the week with Catholic Newsbreak right here on the Catholic TV Network.